Really?
Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Saturday morning, so you know it's time for another live edition of the Extra Point. Pure Culture in the house. First Lady of Sports, Tasha T. Sizzle in the house. Cowboy Carter, Michigan Mike, Michael Hasso in the house.
Howdy.
How do you? Mike, that how? Damn, how y'all doing? Damn.
I said howdy.
Damn, I had all this stuff to say in the pre-roll. Now that cat got your tongue.
I'm ready,
Ladies and
man. I'm
gentlemen.
ready for football. Football's here. We're starting to see what people or what teams are like.
Yeah,
The
and
best.
it is.
And
a
it's
balmy-
70 degrees outside. Man.
I was gonna say 65, Mike, but you know, I had a hoodie on this morning when I went out for my morning walk, so that is always good. Tasha, you're looking awfully red this morning. Good morning.
You see, hashtag FTTB, faithful to the Bay. Yeah.
Oh, we'll see how faithful you are. Come about 6:30 Central Time on Sunday. Good morning, birthday girl.
Happy
Good
birthday.
morning, Stephanie Coulter.
Happy
Shout out to you.
40-year-old Steph Coulter.
Right. Welcome to the club. Hey, like I told you, Steph, them 40s go hard. You are going to enjoy this decade. Ladies and gentlemen, the NFL season is officially underway.
Paul, you zapping.
That's you zigging. All right. Anyway, the NFL season is
And I'm
officially.
the one with the subpar Wi-Fi in this third world country.
Tasha, we couldn't do a reel 3 weeks ago because you were behind a sheet of snow.
That's
Okay.
a lie.
Mike.
That's a lie. I ain't never been so thin.
Mike, look at Mike sipping his tea. Okay, all right. Yes, so you won't be lonely, and I miss my Uncle Charles. Y'all. All right, back to the top. First of all, before we get started, good morning, Farrah. Farrah, we had a time, didn't we, though? That's me winking. We had a time, didn't we? We did. We had a time. Langston, good morning. Welcome to the Extra Point. That's what we're talking about. Mike with this damn hat. Don't he look good, y'all? Howdy, partner. Howdy.
Hey, we in Oklahoma. We got to dress the part, you know?
Hey, that's right, because we have a big game on deck today. Y'all, the NFL season is officially here. And if the first two games were a foreshadow of things to come, then buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. We're in for one hell of a ride in 2025. Good stuff. But let's start on Thursday night with the season opener where the defending champion Philadelphia Eagles fought off a game Dallas Cowboys to secure a 24-20 victory. A great game. Everything you wanted was in that game. Ejections, weather delays, big plays, big misses, controversial calls. You name it, you got it. With the Eagles, congratulations. They begin the defense of their title with a victory. Tasha, let's start with you. What surprised you the most from what you saw on Thursday night?
I mean, are we going to start with the controversy or just you mean overall?
Just overall, like just from what you expected going into the game, what did you come away from it most surprised?
I was most surprised at actually how good Dallas looked on both sides. Of course, the elephant in the room is Micah's not there, but the defense did not really look that bad. But I mean, the fact that they let Jalen Hurts run for about 1,000 yards in one game, and that's the reason why Gerald said he was getting rid of Micah. That ain't bode too well. But I was surprised. I mean, like I said, I'm not surprised at the Cowboys offense because I knew the offense was going to be good. But I'm surprised at how good they looked as a team.
Fair enough. Mike, your hat is the MVP of the show so far this morning. Mike, jump on in there. What was the biggest surprise for you
My
after
biggest
watching Thursday night's
surprise
action?
was probably the Cowboys' run game. I wasn't expecting Williams to go off like that. Offense line. Dak had a lot of time. I mean, no sacks. We didn't have any pressure on him. I was just like, bruh, like, what's going on, man? Not to say I don't know if they changed up their game plan that second half, but they didn't score any in the second half. That was also a surprise for me.
I'm going to and good morning, Jarrell Soul on Sports. This is a Cam Ward.
I thought the same thing, Jarrell. I was like, that's that don't bode well. I keep telling him stop buying jerseys. He say, "Oh, it was a gift." I understand.
It was a gift, but here's my thing though, Jarrell, Mike, Tasha, everyone. When Ward is done, this is going in the frame next to Eddie as a Warren Moon jersey. Aha!
And I'm gonna rip it down and flip it around.
Yeah. She's gonna be like, "That's a lie."
It's a lie. It's a lie. I ain't never been so thin.
Never been so thin. And Langston, no, I'm not posting that. And yes, that is too much, and you need to be sorry for that. I'm gonna agree with both of you. I was surprised with how well Dallas looked on both sides of the ball Thursday. Starting there, I was pleasantly surprised. Mike, to your point, I was pleasantly surprised with the in-game adjustments from new coach Brian Schottenheimer and his staff. Saquon Barkley was bottled up in the second half. Y'all know he had 3.3 yards per rush. This is the guy who ran for 2,000 yards and was the offensive player of the year last year. I was very pleasantly surprised by that. But my biggest surprise, y'all, and maybe we can kind of delve into this, was A.J. Brown's absence in that game. Now, Mike, you're the Philly guy. Offensive coordinator Kevin Patullo, first-time play caller. Do you think that the Eagles can sustain victories this way without A.J. Brown's services, who, by the way, had one target for one catch for less than 10 yards late in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, that wasn't a surprise to me because they've done that before, and that's kind of what started off, him yelling a while back, when we were in the playoffs or whatever. Like, it's not surprising to me. It's also not surprising. It would have been, I guess, more surprising if Hurts had some time in the backfield, but he didn't have any time. Like, how these AJ routes run. He don't run no just regular slant. Like, it takes some time to run a post route. So he didn't have any time to throw the ball. So that's kind of where I think as long as we keep winning, probably game 6 is probably when AJ is going to be starting to get mad. It's going to be funny. It's going to be good to watch.
Tasha, over under 6 games before AJ Brown implodes if he gets one target a game.
Under.
Way under.
It's week 2.
I'll say after the game.
Week 2. If he ain't getting, he gonna week 2 by week 3 he gonna have a whole. You remember back in the day in the library they had the whole encyclopedia on that little rack. He just gonna be sitting over there starting with A through C. Ain't that how it went? You A through C, and then it was D through F or something. That's what he gonna be doing. Reading this.
See, I don't get that. I mean, I understand. I agree with you. But like, get your money. Like, it's not like you're a young buck anymore. Like, chill out. Like, you're winning games. Like, you got a Super Bowl ring.
But like, good and damn well, that is he is the most the position that they name a diva after in the NFL. He is a wide receiver. They don't, it's not just about winning with these guys. They need the accolades, they need the money, they need the fame, they need the clicks, and they need the views.
Yeah.
Go 2 more games without throwing A.J. Brown the ball. Did y'all see that viral clip where the LSU kid was giving the the fingers up to that Clemson guy after the game, and he choked him up against that wall? That's going to be Kevin Patullo getting choked out on the sideline. Do that again next week.
I'm telling you, it's going to be a whole row of Encyclopedia Britannicas right there on the bench.
Y'all are close enough to the Tennessee Titans, either through just following football or through osmosis through me, to know that A.J. Brown ain't the type of player you play around with like that. He was already salty when Saquon showed up and his targets went way down. Yeah. Like, I don't see you giving Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert 90% of the target share. And he can be one-on-one. He can be double teams. We saw him do it in Tennessee, and we saw him do it in Philly.
And Eagles play the Chiefs, which their secondary looked kind of suspect last night. So
we're going to get to them here in just a second. Langston said Hurts only had 68 yards. Michael would not stop that. Houston and Fowler did a great job. Fowler got a sack, and Houston Fowler played the run well, and Clark got in on the sack. Saquon 62 yards. We will take that. We will absolutely take that. The physicality that Dallas played with, I was pleasantly, shockingly surprised by that. I don't think Micah makes a difference in this game. I think Jalen Carter, and with that, how long should he be suspended, Mike, Philly fan?
No, let me stop you before we go to that. Michael would have made a difference. Because Michael would have put that pressure. Hurts would have been able to run as he did, and Saquon would have got off. Saquon would have had more carries.
No.
Well, the game would have been more wide open. AJ Brown would have had more receptions because Y'all can sit up here and deny all you want. Say Micah wasn't this, Micah wasn't that, but Micah would have been after the quarterback. Ain't nobody gonna tell me any different.
Yeah, he would have. But at the same time, if Miles Sanders doesn't get ran down by a linebacker, and if he doesn't fumble the ball 2 series later, if CeeDee Lamb just catches a ball, that game is over. Dallas outplayed Philadelphia in that game.
First of all, we not finna put that on Sedarian Daly on Lamb, baby.
Oh, yes, we are.
No, we not. What about the running back who fumbled? Let's start there.
I said that first.
Touchdown. If they scored that touchdown, CD dropping those passes would have been a moot point.
Right. Now, Jarrell says Dotson being their leading receiver is crazy. That's not going to fly in Philly with A.J. Brown. I'm very concerned for the Eagles. Very concerned. Oh, by the way, the Dallas Cowboys with no run game, they average 5.2 yards a carry on that vaunted Philly defense. Philly, we got action. Now, Michael would have been a liability. Thank you, Langston. He's not doing anything. Good morning, AP Coulter. Now, Denise says y'all going to address the elephant in the room.
We coming up. Not the wet. We coming up on that.
Yeah. Let's talk about that because
let it marinate.
Mike said that Jalen Carter should receive no suspension for Spitgate. Explain why.
He sat out the whole game. There's the game.
Mike and Tasha, I'm coming to you, and then I'm gonna lay out. I'm gonna see you later on tonight, Mike.
And
you
second
open that
of all,
door and I spit on you.
I don't know who the Cowboys left tackle is throwing that hook and didn't get nothing, but I'll digress.
No, this ain't about whataboutism. Don't do that. Don't.
Just
no,
saying.
this
he
is
sat
about
out the whole game.
On a man. Do you condone that, Mike? Do your 3 children are they allowed to spit on each other?
He sat out the whole game, though. I mean, okay.
Tasha, how long should Jalen Carter be suspended?
Let me tell you something.
Tell me something.
Y'all know I'm very volatile in nature, personality. Y'all know I don't bite my tongue. I say what I want to say. If that motherfucker would have spit on me, we all would have been suspended.
The league would have been suspended.
It was in retaliation to Dak.
Dak didn't. No, we're not finna. We're not finna do that. We're not finna do that. If you stupid enough to let someone bait you into doing the most despicable, disrespectful shit there is, you a fucking idiot. I'm just gonna say that because spitting on someone is nasty as hell. Point blank, period. Dak spit on the ground. First of all, you had no business being near their huddle. Let's start there. You should have turned your big ass around.
Right.
But you know, we know you got problems turning around. Rest in peace to the poor soul that you aided in losing his life. Okay,
murderer.
There. So you make bad decisions. Let's just start there. He spit on the ground. Now, if you were smart, you would have did the same thing. You would have got up close to him and spit on the ground. You spit in on that man's collarbone. That's indefensible. That made me when Bill Romanowski. What's his name?
JJ Stokes. JJ Stokes.
JJ Stokes. He spit on JJ Stokes.
Pull his mouthpiece out with slobber on it. You got to die. You got to die.
And see, you talking about to that, but you talking about Dak spit first. No, fuck that. That was nasty. And then the offensive line, everybody else in that huddle who stood there and let him get away with spitting. Like I said, the game would have been canceled.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to protect your quarterback, but we know sometimes they don't really have the strongest feeling for Dak down there. I get that. But where was your boys, Dak? And just go back when you was in Mississippi State and you got games. Where was your boys at? Where was your protection at?
You know people don't like light-skinned folks.
But had it been me, the game would have been called. And everybody was like, if he would have swung, no, my helmet would have came off and I would have cold cocked him. Or what was that movie? I can't think of it, with Bruce Willis and Damon Wayans.
Yeah, when they got shot up, everybody on the field.
He had the gun on the football. Let me tell you something. My helmet would have came out and I would have been crack, 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 crack.
Tasha, do you agree with 2 games?
Look.
I say 6 games.
Because to me, spitting it, that's worse than you coming up and open hand slapping me.
It is worse.
And an open hand slap or a backhand is disrespectful. But if you spit on me,
let a spackle of moisture hit the any part of my skin, and now somebody got to get carried off this field. I'm sorry.
I mean, and me, y'all know how I am when it comes to germs. I mean, sometimes a little spit is necessary, but I don't even like it then.
I don't either. Chill on all that slobber.
You ain't gotta spit. Keep your fucking bodily fluids off of keep your bodily fluids up off of me.
Mike, you're getting killed in the comments. They are like so Mike, defend yourself.
I mean, we're gonna all have to wait anyways, so I mean, that's fine. 2 games, whatever. I mean, we beat the Cowboys without him. I agree that he would have definitely helped in that situation, but I mean, it is what it is.
Thank you, Langston. Last Boy Scout. It sure was. I would have taken that fine for that for sure. Right. Like we got to fight. We're gonna have to fight here. We're gonna have to fight in the afterlife. Wherever we wind up, it ain't over.
On site.
It ain't over.
Every time I call him, I'm going off on him.
Right.
I do agree with Tasha as far as
honey nut.
That was Kevin Garnett when he said it to what's his name about Lala, and he was trying to wait for them after the bus.
Yeah.
The bus.
Good job by you, Jarrell, because you're right. Now, Farrah.
Farrah.
This is what we're not gonna do today.
We're not gonna do that, Farrah. We're not gonna do that. Nope. Farrah. Spitting on the ground or spitting.
I was going back to my comment. I will agree with Tasha that it is surprising that no offensive lineman stood up for Dak.
They don't like that.
I don't think
but still, it's kind of like your position. That's what you play.
Right. Like, that's what you're supposed to protect for a quarterback. Had that happened to Jalen Hurts, do you not think a couple of them dudes would have, like I said, game would have been canceled? Now, I mean, in Dak's reaction, maybe he like a little spit too. Who knows? But he was way too calmer than I most definitely would have been.
I don't think the play his teammates saw it in real time like we saw it from behind his Carter's shoulder. Well,
he called it out right away. He was like, he spit on me. Like,
yeah, he did the largest blackout. Yes, it would have. Denise, win the Pinto game.
Right.
If you were out in the bar and you said, man, that dude just spit on me. Like, it's over. Like,
Mike,
like I said, game would have been canceled.
No, because y'all in the chat, they love to say I'm deflecting when they get on my Cowboys. This is a complete deflection right now by Michigan Michael Hasso.
It is.
I don't want to hear about no linemen. I don't want to hear about nothing. I want to hear about why you ain't dead, Jalen Carter, and why you shouldn't return to the field until after your bye week. Slow singing and flower bringing if my burglar alarm starts ringing. Wayne checking in. Mike, you're right. Let's move on. He got Cowboys hater in the house.
There you go. Wayne, I need to talk to you anyway. What happened to your boys, Wayne? Why you all in here gun bumping?
You're bumping them. You're bumping them, Wayne.
Look, Cowboys and the Eagles both would have finished 3rd and 4th, respectively, in that conference because everybody would have got suspended.
Yes, they would. Yes, they would. Farrah, you did tell me that last night, but I didn't think you'd be bold enough to say it on wax. You did. You told me that. Okay. Let me ask you all this, and then because I knew we were gonna get stuck on Spitgate, that's why I tried to avoid it. A few weeks ago, Mike, Tasha, all of y'all in the chat, y'all sat on Al Gore's internet and y'all told me to my face that the Cowboys were more likely to have a top 5 pick in next year's draft than reach the NFC Championship game. Did their performance on Thursday change any of that for you? Starting with you, Mike.
No, I'm gonna say no. I think they did play good ball. I think they did surprise a lot of people. I don't think that they'll be able to make it to the NFC Championship game, but they might. See, I'm hoping that they actually get some good draft picks, because that'll be good. But it looks like they're going to have like a 6-win or 5-win. You don't want to be there. You don't want to be in the middle. Like, either do it or don't.
Tasha, do you agree with Mike? Did that change your perception of all that they won't finish as a bottom 5 team?
I'm I mean, given how they looked good, but we all know how Dallas goes. That's the only thing I can. Every time I give them credit, every time I picked them twice to win the division, and what did
they won in one of those years though,
and they let me down. So it's hard for me to judge the Cowboys, if that makes sense.
Damn, Stephanie, one word answer, huh? Don't do that. Right. Y'all know what would happen if they spit on y'all. Come on now. I'm just saying, like Mike.
Like Jarrell said, malice in the palace.
Yes.
Lincoln Field would have been lit on fire, but by more than that lightning.
We would have all been in that jail under the stadium. All of us. They wouldn't have been able to fit us all in there. I'm just saying. I got to fight you in heaven, hell, wherever we wind up. We're going to be
Boys to Men would have been up there singing to us behind the bars.
I brought up Beck, but y'all.
It's unacceptable. It can't happen. It can't.
We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that, Langston. All right. We got a lot of other stuff to get to, but yeah, Jalen Carter, you need to be on the commissioner's exempt list. You're a despicable human being, and that's the reason why we call it Filthy Delphia here in the DFW. Y'all are filthy, trashy, classless organization.
Outside of Jalen.
Yeah, outside of Jalen. And he
Saquon
did the shoulder shrug because Michael Jordan was there.
What's Saquon do?
Like I like Jalen Hurts. Just wait till we use one of those first rounds in free agency. We need pieces, not Micah. Cowboys will be fine. Yeah, they will. And they ain't gonna finish with no top 5 pick. Y'all stop it. It's football. He spit on his jersey. He had a helmet on. Wayne, I'm gonna move on. You gonna wrap me right back into this.
Because he didn't. No, he spit on his damn collarbone. Oh, yeah. Wayne, we're not gonna keep doing that.
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah, we moving on.
If it's on my shirt, you spit on me, and I'm gonna knock your fucking teeth out.
I'm gonna give y'all my locks right now because we ain't gonna get to them. All right.
No, don't, Mike. No, because when it's Jerry, you spend a whole hour banging on Jerry. Now it's your team on the hot seat.
I like They're Jerry. Trash. You keep saying we banging on him. What are you talking about?
Last night, ladies and gentlemen, the Los Angeles Chargers ended a 7-game losing streak to the Kansas City Chiefs in Brazil. 27-21 victory. Justin Herbert was brilliant. He was 25 of 34, 318 yards, 3 TDs, 0 interceptions, 32 rushing yards, and a key 19-yard scamper to seal the game. Tasha, let's start with you. Which is more likely, that last night's game is a sign of a changing of the guard in the AFC West, or that the odds just caught up with that kind of win streak?
It's both. I think the odds just caught up with them, but we all have said that we don't think Kansas City is that team anymore. Like the road to the Super Bowl doesn't go through Kansas City anymore.
Yes, it does. I think it does. Mike, what's more likely to you, that it's a changing of the guard or that it's just the odds caught up?
I think changing of the guard. I've been saying that. I think the Eagles in the NFC have built a way to beat the Chiefs, and the Eagles exploited that in the Super Bowl. I think people are going to catch on. I don't think they'll repeat.
This is what Farrell's talking about. You don't think the Eagles
will repeat?
I don't think the Chiefs will repeat as the AFC champion.
Okay, well, it'll be a non-peat because it's been like almost a decade since they stayed on top. We shall see. Justin Herbert looked good. Tasha, was that enough for you to raise up off of him? Because we've been very critical of Justin Herbert.
No, but it looks good. But then you have to look at who his coach is, the quarterback whisperer. So maybe having, if he's not injured, and then having a coach like Harbaugh to really teach him how to play the position.
Yeah.
And what did he do? He was out there running, and Harbaugh gonna make you run.
You're gonna use them legs.
So, like, maybe he's feeding into what Harbaugh is telling him, and they can have some success with him at quarterback.
Mike agrees with you, Jarrell. Was this the Justin Herbert you've been waiting on?
Yeah, I mean, this is what I've been saying is like,
right, I was saying,
I think Herbert has the talent. I think he just needs somebody to manage him, which it's like, no, you've been playing it the incorrect way. This is how you play in the NFL. It also is, it's too early, I think, to Tasha's point. Like, okay, well, we saw what he could do. I think it's too early to give him the roses, but we'll see.
Once again, I agree with you both. To Tasha's point, Harbaugh has a big enough sample size to know that he can develop a QB. We've seen him do it at both levels, college and the pros. Kaepernick, J.J. McCarthy, Andrew Luck. Like we've seen him develop QBs, and QBs thrive under him. Last year, Justin Herbert had a career low in interceptions until that playoff game when DeMeco Ryans' defense put that ass in a blender. That was a bad performance. But if I'm a Chargers fan, I'm encouraged by year 2 with Herbert and Harbaugh. If you can run the ball and Derwin James and them can get off the field, Chargers may have smoke. I am seriously considering changing my division pick after watching that game last night, because if Herbert is playing like that and will use his legs, then I think you got smoke. Patrick Mahomes, to your point, Langston, was magnificent as well. He had 300 total yards. He had, I think, 2 or 3 touchdowns. You know, he looked good as well. But Kansas City, this ain't going to be no cakewalk. I think the Chargers are coming for you. Now, yeah, he looked pretty good. He did. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our annual picks. Time to pick our division winners. Are we going to go age or are we going to go beauty? All right, so let's see. Remember, Martin said,
either way it go, I'm first. It don't matter.
Okay, Tasha, you up first. Let's see who wins the AFC North. Tasha T. Sizzle.
Ravens.
I agree. Mike?
Yep, check.
All right, let's go to the AFC East. All Bills say aye?
Aye.
Play along,
Yep.
Mike.
Damn. I was like, yeah.
Who else was you considering?
I know. That's why I was like, nope. All right.
Okay. All right. I was getting nervous there for a second. All right. AFC South.
Dang.
If y'all pick anything other than the Texans, because first of all, Daniel Jones at quarterback is a joke. The Titans, okay, you know, I ain't gonna talk bad.
I'll go for the Colts.
Because Cam Ward in there, you know, it's ABOB. Jacksonville,
Mike, you said the who?
I'll choose the Colts.
You gonna pick Daniel Jones to win the division?
Man, it's a bad division, man. I don't know what to tell
Bro.
you.
No, you
lack
can't
of respect for CJ Stroud and Nico Collins.
CJ Stroud, if they do something with that offensive line,
that's
they're gonna
key,
be all
though,
right.
Tasha. That is key.
Yeah,
I think the division is so bad that Houston wins by default, but I think they'll first round exit in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm going with Houston.
Yeah, moving on. All over the jersey.
All right. AFC West, moving on. I'm going back with the Chiefs.
Denver.
Yeah, I was torn between the Chargers and Denver. I'm going to go with the Chargers, though.
Now, real quick, just because we talked about them, Wayne says it's not a changing of the guard, but maybe the Chiefs are coming back to the pack. One thing that does worry me, Tasha and Mike, is that Speed Racer's out for 6 games. Rashee Rice, he's out for 6. And then Xavier Worthy got hurt by his own player last night. So if you don't have your starting receivers, then
they did that last year, right? Though,
yeah.
I mean,
Who's up my fantasy numbers?
They kept winning by single digits.
Starter against Mike. I hate fantasy football sometimes. All right, let's move over to the NFC. We're going to start in the North. This should be.
But wait a minute. Go back to Denver. That's all contingent on the fact that Bodacious Nix does not have a sophomore slump, but everything is set up for him to succeed. He still has a line. He has one of the top defenses, and he's a pretty decent quarterback. I mean, he should be. He's 39 years old. He's been in the league long enough.
Don't leave that part out. Hell, he's older than the coach. He's older.
So you're saying if he struggles, then it'll be who?
The Chiefs.
Yeah, I agree. Mike, you took the Chargers, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay, all right. I'm going with the Chiefs. I got to see it to believe it. Ferris says Bronco babies in a shocker. Langston, I'm going to post your picks here in just a moment. NFC North, I struggle with this one, so I'm going to go last. I want to hear what y'all got to say.
I got the Lions.
Oh, damn. That's a sweet.
Well,
Mike,
I don't know.
Pick JJ McCarthy?
Wait a minute.
I haven't seen him yet.
The Lions lost 2 coaches.
And both their coordinators.
I mean, that's they 2 offensive and defensive coordinators.
But they get Aiden Hutchinson back.
Yeah, they do get Big Hutch back. I'm not. Look, it can be the Lions or Green Bay for me, because even though they saying Love is hurt, I still like what Malik Willis did in releasing that.
Yeah, and Lord Jesus, I don't know what's going on here, but I agree, Tasha. I agree. I think that if Micah plays a full season, I think that they got smoked. But don't count out JJ McCarthy.
I'm not counting him out.
Kevin McConnell is an
No.
excellent play caller.
No.
No,
I'm not sold on the Vikings.
NFC East, them boys.
So
Show
you
me
got
enough.
Addison is out. How many games is Addison out for?
4. Yeah, but they got Justin Jefferson. They got Aaron Jones. They got one of the best offensive lines in the country. I mean, in the NFL behind Philadelphia. I think JJ will be just fine.
It's the fact of JJ getting the ball to him. I mean, we know JJ can run. He's a pretty decent thrower. I just don't. It's the Lions or the Packers, but I'm just gonna lean towards the Lions.
That's going to be a great race for that division. That's going to be a good one. Mike, who you got? You said Detroit. Okay, you got Detroit. All right, NFC East again. I'm going to start off with the Cowboys, 11-win season, even spotting Philly a game. We come back and we win that division. Tasha?
I'm going to go between Philly and the Commanders.
As you ponder that, Tasha, are you equally worried about a sophomore slump for Jaden Daniels?
Yeah, simply because, and this is no slight to him, but most of his outstanding plays came off of YOLO passes.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
that Hail Mary BS.
Yeah, I mean he was effective, and then he did get Terry McLaurin back. How effective is he going to be? How long is it going to take him to get back into game shape? And It ain't like he's young,
right?
Y'all know I love, even though he's crazy as hell, I love Von Miller. Not saying that he just going to go out there and revamp the defense, but I think when you have someone with that veteran presence. Who was, Von Miller was a top 5 pick in that draft?
30 years ago. I don't want to hear about no top 5 pick in the 80s.
His football influence, not his personal influence. So we know that he's loony. He screwed himself up with this off the field shit. But on the field presence and that knowledge, you can't replicate that. I'm gonna pick the Eagles.
Mike. How many more years is Tasha going to blow the horn of some damn Von
Miller?
You've been talking about Von Miller for 10 years. It's time to let it go. It's time to let it go. Mike, who you Eagles, right?
Yeah, I got the Eagles.
NFC South. I'm going to do the Dirty Bird. MPJ.
Okay.
Ugh.
I got the Bucks.
6 in a row.
All
right, Denise is going to say drum roll on you in a minute.
Oh, my God, because I want Michael Penix to do so good, and he did do good. Yeah, I'm going to pick the Dirty Birds. ABOP.
Okay. All right. And last but not least, the NFC West. Mike, I'm going with the LA Rams.
I agree.
Y'all can hate that. I tell you that much.
Not hating. They made a lot of improvements, and they were already decent.
Back, he can barely stand up. And them defenses are going, when they get to him, they're going to go right for that back. So he better have all the padding wrapped around his back that he can and enough needles, and hope they don't
puncture. That's why they got 5 running backs.
Like they did what's his name that gave Justin Herbert to start. He better pray, because I don't trust no quarterback with no screwed up back. We saw what happened to Cap in any given Sunday after they crushed his spine.
We saw what happened to your 49ers in the playoffs.
In that movie too, by the way.
He was awful. She was awful.
Mike, who you got?
I got the Rams.
I like Kyron Williams and Blake Corum as the running back tandem. I love Puka and Devontae Adams as the wide receiver tandem. I love Sean McVay as a play caller.
I like their defense.
But Jared Verse, and Tasha, to her credit, she blew his horn last year early in the season.
I love Jared
Defensive Player of the Year,
and I love Braden Fisk. I love both of those Florida State guys.
Yes,
they were both in the run for a defensive rookie of the year.
They are okay. So now we got some picks coming in here. Let's see. Langston says Ravens, Bills, Texans, Denver, Detroit, Commanders, Langston, Commanders, Tampa, L.A. Kenny Man checking in. What happened to them boys? Ain't nothing happened to us. 11 wins, division winners. Broncos. Now, Stephanie said, no, ain't nothing funny. CP said, oh, AFC North, Ravens, Dolphins, Titans. Carter said Titans?
Whoa, that boy's a homer. Bless him.
Raise him right.
God.
Raise him right. He says Chargers. Chargers. I don't want Mike to be right. Lions, Eagles, Saints.
No, you know that's his. Stephanie, you made that pick.
Steph, this is your pick, Steph. And the West of 49ers. Okay.
That's a smart boy. That's a smart boy.
This is a smart boy because he picked all of our teams. You know them Christmas gifts are still coming, don't you? Good job by you, Carter. My name is Malik, the 5-foot freak. What you say?
You know what?
Langston's ready for that game tonight. Look, right. Farrah, I have him on my cornholes board. Really? Y'all is out of control. Steve, y'all ready as we get ready for tonight? Bucks. All right. I do love Emeka Egbuka there in Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield is the real deal.
Yeah, that was a great
Bucky
pickup.
Irvin is the real deal. Todd Bowles is the real deal. I'm just picking Atlanta because I'm thinking
all it took was a change of scenery and a proper coach to get Baker Mayfield to calm down.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm nervous.
Cleveland toxic. That's why.
Right. No, but that's the same reason why I'm worried about the Chargers if I'm a Chiefs fan. When you marry the right coach to the right quarterback, magic happens. It's magic. And the Chargers last night, when they came out throwing that ball and Herbert was running and throwing and being a dog. When your quarterback is a dog, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt when it's a close game. So, like,
it goes back to our point. What we've been saying on this show the past 5 years is like these quarterbacks need time to develop.
Mike, what you said. The pick said Redskins changed the law. You know what? That's fair.
That's true.
That's fair. Because Mike knew he was wearing a Cowboys hat. Okay, as the banter goes on in the thing. All right, let's move on to college. No, I didn't. He chose the Bucks. I know my team. Right. Stephanie knows.
You want to do our Super Bowl picks or no? You want to not do that slide?
Yeah, we're gonna do our Super Bowl pick. Y'all, I got the Ravens versus the Rams, and the King gets his ring. Ravens, Super Bowl champs. Mike?
I got the Lions against the Ravens. And I got the Ravens.
King get his ring part 2. Tasha, is it a 3-peat? Did the King get his ring?
I told y'all that's the only team that I will accept beating them because that's who they're going to be playing in the Super Bowl.
Okay. All right. Now, can it, if that's the case, Tasha, can it at least be a part 2 of the first time they met in the Super Bowl? Because that game was everything. That game. Say what you want about. I don't like the Ravens or the 49ers. They're rivals of my own personal teams. But that was a hell of a Super Bowl down in New Orleans. That was
with the blackout, right?
Yes. That was the blackout game. Yes, let's make sure we take a pic together before the game, Langston. Right, because after the game, y'all gonna be fist fighting and pulling each other's hair out. I'm not going for the Ratbirds. Thank you, Kenny. We all about them Titans over here. All right. College football, y'all, it was a wild and wacky week 1. So many storylines, so let's blow through them real quick. Mike, I'm going to start with you. Who had the best weekend last weekend in college football?
The best weekend, I'm going to go with Florida State. I'm going to go with Florida State because when's the last time they were beating somebody like that? I'm going to go with Florida State. Put the ACC, not even the ACC, just put themselves back on the map. So I'm going to go with Florida State.
That's a great choice, and a heavy on the like that, because it was the way they beat Alabama that was just as impressive that the fact that they beat Alabama. We're going to get to Bama in a second. Tasha, who had the best weekend for you last weekend?
I was going to say Florida State, too, because that last season, they only won 2 games, went all the way over there. Ray took his ass to Nashville and got beat by Georgia Tech. Soundly after coming off of an undefeated season, other than that bowl game, which I think should be thrown out anyway. But yeah, they look really, really good. I just hope they keep it up because when you win, you get the recruits, and that's how you keep your program viable because the NIL money is going to come if your team is good.
Tasha, I'm going to give you a real-time real-time thing to back that up. When Michigan started beating Ohio State, Sharon Moore walked into a situation where people were picking up the phone for him. Hey, this is Michigan. Hey, I just seen y'all beat Ohio State again. I seen y'all in the CFP. It matters. It matters. It matters. I'm gonna go with Brian Kelly, who had the best weekend.
That was my second. Yeah.
I was ready to bury him if he lost to Clemson.
I buried the cockroaches.
I was ready to bury the cockroach. That was a huge win for him. A true road game at night in the fake Death Valley or the real Death Valley?
The fake
real Death Valley.
The fake one.
Okay. Because LSU at night is the real Death Valley.
If you ain't never been in Death Valley at an LSU football game in the night, it's Death Valley down there.
Have you done that, Tasha?
No.
I want to do that. That's on the bucket list.
But I know from Ingrid and from my friend Terry, her husband, who played ball at Bama, he said it's probably one of the worst places you want to play. He said they earned that name.
I love that atmosphere. I love that atmosphere. The big house at night, too. The Michigan hasn't lost a primetime night game ever. Mike was there for the 2 Under the Lights, so he can attest to that. The miracle, the Denard Robinson against Notre Dame, part 1. I will never forget that game. All right. Who had the worst weekend, Tasha?
Shit, it's a whole list.
Yes.
It's a whole list of folks. But I'm actually gonna go. We done beat Arch up, and I don't blame Arch because Arch wasn't out there hyping himself up. The media did that. I'm gonna go with Bill Belichick.
Okay. Mike, since she said Bill Belichick, your thoughts on what you saw Monday, if you watched any of it at all, or the highlights from what you did gather? They lost 48-14 after taking a 7-0. They gave up 48 straight points, Mike, the most in Bill Belichick's coaching career.
It's the most points allowed in a season opener in UNC history. Let's not forget.
And they're not a football blue blood.
It reminded me of the Brady Hoke era. And for non-Michigan fans, it's just a coach on the sideline kind of confused the whole time during the game, just like, wait, what happened? And just like looking around like, oh, wait, what are we doing? Like, oh, my gosh.
Brady Hoke, these are like $12 on Amazon. You probably can get one for $9.99. How do you not know what your offensive and defensive coordinator is calling? You ain't got on no damn.
Why y'all got to bring up old shit?
Right.
And then going to the sideline and talking to your girlfriend, like, bro, like focusing on the game.
I mean, he did kind of walk away from her towards the end, but she had no business. See that she had no business being there. Just stay up in the booth next to Randy Moss, like you were, and just look cute. And after the game, you go down on the field. But she had no business being there.
Did you see how far he walked on the field after he saw her? Like, come on, man. That's
like you may be college age, but this ain't
what
college.
You saying? Like maybe we should throw a screen or what? What do you gotta say?
People online were saying that she was asking for some money for snacks.
Oh my god!
And then did y'all see the report where Bill Belichick doesn't want the Patriots staff there to scout, and then he's only giving limited access to NFL teams? Like, dude,
ain't nobody on that team worth drafting.
Those players' goal is to get to the NFL. And if you're blocking that, why would you play for him?
He's going to lose a lot of recruits from that.
You are. Mike, over or under how many seasons he lasts in UNC? We'll set it at 3.
I have it at 2.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, come on. You went out there on national TV. North Carolina ain't never had no Nash. They ain't never been so thin. Ever.
No, never been so
and then
thin.
you had Jordan there. You had old Roy Williams there. You had everybody there.
You had Pumps in the Bump there, LT.
Yeah, LT.
They're like, our money paid for this?
Pump in the Bump.
Mike, say that part again. Say that part again, Mike.
Well, they said, where our money go? Like, our money paid for this?
That's where you get in trouble.
The stadium was rocking. I ain't never seen it that full. Even when Mac Brown got there, he did bring a little something.
A little something, but not what we saw Monday.
But because Mac Brown had a name behind him and he had a national championship. And the stadiums were a little full. Them people was leaving by the third quarter.
Mike, I want you to say it one more time for the people in the back of the church when you see those donors like Michael Jordan and all of them. What did they say when they was watching 48 straight points?
Our money paid for this?
Michael Jordan said the basketball team gonna wear Jordan brand. Y'all wearing Puma.
Y'all wearing Puma.
Could you imagine if with all the money that Michigan spent this year, imagine if we ended up losing to New Mexico like that?
Mike, I think I put it on Twitter. I said It's a whole lot of money on that field, and I'm gonna need Bryce Underwood to show out.
Y'all, I don't, and I want to sit here for a second because I don't want that to go over y'all's head. Yes, Petey Pablo, yes, like a helicopter. They needed him out there returning punts, the way they look. In this era, and we shared a post in the chat, Mike did, about Nick Saban saying the NIL has put Big Ten in the driver's seat and the catbird seat. Now, I disagree with that from a standpoint that they passed the SEC as a whole, but I agree with the point that it goes back to what Mike is saying. Where's the return on my investment?
Mm-hmm.
I told ya it was about to happen.
You want to piss off a rich person? Blow through their money like you don't appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
You want how much? You want $2 million next year? And we went 5 and what?
It ain't even got to be rich. Take $20 out my wallet, see what happened.
It's not. I mean, it's not even like they don't have to win every game. They didn't see anything. Like at least be close. At least be competitive.
Right, Mike. Right, Mike. Who had the worst weekend to you?
Oh, you already know.
That's why I set it up for you.
I'm gonna go with the whole conference, and I'm gonna go with the SEC.
All right, Mike. You on the stove? What you got?
Man, come on. Okay, first of all, SEC trying to say that the Big Ten is not ready because Big Ten only has 2 good teams. Okay.
I say that was me that said that, ladies and gentlemen.
But as soon as Alabama starts having bad season, look at the SEC dropping the ball. Like, bruh, come on now. Texas, Ohio State wasn't even supposed to win the Big Ten this year.
ACC got SEC has way more than 2 teams.
I mean, I don't know. They losing the ball. That's what I'm saying. They losing right now.
They still have more than 2 teams. I don't like Oregon is playing somebody today on CBS. I ain't even watching it.
There's only all eyes are on is in Norman tonight, which is another Big Ten versus SEC showcase. Mike, okay, let's have.
But I don't really count that because it's Texas and OU still ain't SEC to me.
How long? How many more days that you gonna need, Tasha?
I mean, it's still like I still don't really like Missouri, but like that still ain't SEC to me. Like all that is just weird.
But they were part of the original, so I mean,
it just but that's not what I grew up watching. That's not SEC to me. Texas and OU need to be back in the Big 12. They need to restructure the Big 12.
Mike, there's a part of me that I keep agreeing with both of y'all, but there's a part of me that agrees with Tasha because I don't count anybody's championships that came to the Big Ten recently. Like I don't count Oregon's success. I don't count USC's championships. I don't count those.
Look at the Big Ten schools that got added under when we were younger too. I don't count them. To me, that ain't Big Ten.
They are Big Ten, but when I think about a 2-team conference, I'm thinking about 2 teams that won championships. You know, I don't go back and say, well, USC had 30 championships back from the 70s on. I don't count them yet. And maybe I don't know how long it's going to take for me to do that. But one thing we can agree on is that the Big Ten is on that ass.
Yeah.
And they can make another sound statement tonight, which let's get to it. Mike, what are your thoughts on Arch real quick? Because she said she didn't want to beat up on Arch. What are your thoughts on Arch's performance?
I think the hype caught up to him. I think he'll be fine. I think he just needs to settle down. He can make those throws. I think he got outplayed by a 5-star freshman. Actually, a lot of freshmen. Let's be honest.
I was going to say, which 5-star freshman, Sayin or Underwood?
Yeah, either one. They outplayed him. So I think he'll be fine though. I think he can bounce back.
What do you mean by fine?
Like they'll be in the SEC championship.
Okay. Tasha, let me ask you this because I had a talk with a colleague about this yesterday. Was Arch's performance more criticized because of the loss or because of the stats?
Neither. It was more criticized because the media kept shoving him down our throat as a Heisman hopeful when he didn't do shit to even earn that pedestal.
That is true.
And
at least you could say Caitlin Clark cooked for 2 years before she came on the national radar. And
I told y'all that. And I said he couldn't even beat out Quinn Ewers. And we all said that he was hot shit.
Hot shit. We're going down, babe. Okay, sorry.
But you know, we all said that he was stepped on shit flaming on somebody's porch and ding dong ditch. We all said that.
Let's not ding dong ditch. That gets people killed.
And then, shouts out to that little boy. But I mean,
they off these people porches.
And it's like we never really we did. I mean, we all cheered when Arch got in because we was like, oh, look at Arch. Because we were more fascinated about the fact that he was actually out there running.
Yes, that part.
Not looking like his two uncles.
Yeah, that part. Well, that's when he did this after that 70-yard throw.
Yeah, it was like, okay, Arch got a little swag to it. But still, in those games that he came in relief in, he still wasn't doing anything spectacular to warrant all of this attention.
He wasn't. And so that's why I'm trying to not put it all on him, because the big difference between Shedeur and Arch was that Shedeur told you he was at one. He was doing this before the first game. And then when he won the first game, he was really doing this. So when he started falling.
You know what? In Arch, you know what this means to Arch? All them damn commercials he had.
He is making that bread. For college football's sake, I hope he bounces back. But let's chill on the Heisman. Let's chill on that. Mike, what does he need to do today?
Like yards
wise,
more
pressure on him or less pressure playing like Louisiana Monroe?
I'm not even looking at his.
Before you even say that, Mike, it ain't even got nothing to do with yards. He just need to win.
Yeah,
but it's an inferior opponent today.
I was gonna say the win, but for me, I need to see that accuracy come up. He was like 56%, like 17 for 30 or something like that. Like I need to see that up in the 70s. Please, thank you.
Please, and it was 17 for 30. Good job by you. This is the reason why I said it wasn't about the loss or about the stats, because they got stuff on fourth down 3 times and turned it over on downs. One time inside the 5-yard line and one time in the red zone. If they convert those and Arch wins, let's say 17-14, the narrative is he had a gritty performance against a tough championship team on the road in their house. The narrative completely changes about him, even with the 17 for 30 for 170 and a tub and an interception. That's just me. I think that the loss really had people piling on too, because let's face it, Ohio State ain't the 2000 Ravens. Let's not do that. Like, we went up there with a 0-star quarterback and scored more points than that.
And I'm getting tired of the SEC trying to run goal line on a Big Ten defense. Like, it ain't gonna happen. Stop doing it.
Wait a minute. Speaking of that, I want to get this on wax because I sent it to you guys. Ryan Williams gonna enter that transfer portal.
And what was my response, Mike?
Come on to death row.
Come on to death row.
Bro,
hey,
come on.
We got a quarterback locked in. Like we got our own Jeremiah Smith that can't go pro for a few more years. And to Mike's original point, if Bryce go out there and do what we think he's going to do, the money's going to flow. We got a billionaire's girlfriend that's a Michigan fan. She got a blank check. All you got to do is gop, and we got
you need. She said, "Here you go."
Right. You push them in, and then that miss, get the miss in there, sit on that wheelchair, reverse cowboy on that wheelchair.
Disco lady. Oh, sorry.
Hit a wine or two. Hit that miss. We're gonna have y'all. Michigan is about to be there. So with that being the case, good stuff. I love talking college football with y'all. All right. So let's go to the big game today. There's only one big game on the docket, the University of Michigan versus Oklahoma in a true road game. Before we get to our pick for that game, what were your thoughts on Bryce Underwood last weekend, Mike, his debut?
I mean, I loved it. Not only did he get the win, he was able to manage the game. He was able to show his quarterback touch that we paid for. He was able to show the different quarterback throws. So the touch is kind of like the loft in the pocket. He was able to stay in the pocket. That's another big one that quarterbacks have a hard time doing. And then he was able to throw that thing. So throwing that bullet pass, which he has a cannon. So, and we haven't even opened up the playbook yet. Like we maybe did 5 plays for him. Like,
I'm doing the Vince Carter right now, Mike. You got me hyped. You got me hyped for the night. Tasha, your thoughts on Bryce's debut last week?
Of course, I was. It's hard because y'all know I'm just hard on people. When it first started off, that's when I said it's a whole lot of money out there for you to be playing like that. I said that, but then as I'm sitting there, I was like, yes, money well spent.
Yes.
Money well spent.
Yes. For y'all that were, and rightfully so, I'm not shaming nobody for this, but for y'all that was locked in on LSU Clemson, because that was a tight game, you might not have gotten over to NBC to watch any of Bryce last week because they were playing New Mexico. You will see him on prime time tonight in Norman. This may be the moment, Mike, where we look back when J.J. McCarthy beat out your boy McNamara and his first start when he lit the world on fire, and everybody was like, uh-oh, I think Michigan may have something here. Tonight could be that night in Norman, Oklahoma. Tasha, who wins this game tonight?
Well, according to my cousin, who is an OU grad, I was trolling early this morning. I said, sorry for your loss.
Yes.
And then
we don't do it like the people on Facebook do it, LOST.
And then I hit him with this, with the all M's. I said, hashtag beat OU. He said, the time zone difference got you thrown off with your choices. I said, already making excuses, eh? Per the water boy, we'll wake her ass up. We got a game to play. I said, we'll revisit this around 10 p.m. Eastern when you're going in those bushes like Homer Simpson.
I love that, though, but Mike, she's still reading chats. Mike.
Oh, he knew he was going to get put on blast.
Mike.
Anything you send me is liable to be put on blast unless it's some,
Mike, did you write that down?
Yeah,
that's why you only get LOL from me from here on out.
Vanish mode.
One Tiffany Rowe knows. I told her if I go before you, you're free to release any and everything that I have ever sent you, because that's the real me. And
Mike,
you know me and Tiffany have discussions.
You do, and shouts out to Tiffany. Mike, how much does Michigan win by tonight? Because we know who you picking. We're a 5.5-point dog.
I know. I'm gonna go 10.
What? Nice, Tasha. Does Michigan cover or do they get it out right?
I think they're just gonna get it out right.
I think so too. And here's why, ladies and gentlemen. To Mike and Tasha's point, if you saw Michigan's quarterback play last year and the fact that they were able to still stitch together an 8-win season, to see Bryce Underwood throw with velocity, but it reminds me of when Michael Irvin was talking about Troy Aikman and America's team, when he said that Troy would zip the ball, and then right before it goes to your hands, it will stop in real time and say, catch me, baby. That's the throws that Underwood was making. He was making them off schedule. He wasn't running just because he couldn't read the defense. He was firing darts. That 3rd and 14 at the end of the first half, when he hit that 39-yard strike up the seam, right there on the post, right between, split the defenders.
I don't think it'll be on him, though, to be honest. I think the make or break is going to be on our secondary. Our secondary was suspect last week. And Oklahoma has a Heisman candidate that no one's really talking about, and he can sling the ball. So
good job by you, Mike, because this could be his national stage as well.
There you go.
And Oklahoma does put quarterbacks in the league. Let's not say what you want about them Sooners. Now, I do want that damn wagon to flip over tonight. So I'm praying for some wet grass or something. So when they run that wagon out there, it flips the hell over. Now it's time for our picks. Where are we sitting in the standings? Y'all, see, Mike is the fantasy football owner, the manager, the commissioner that gets the number 1 overall pick. He sets up the picks and then he picks all the ones he done did research on. But we're gonna fight. We're gonna fight on. So Mike is at 60%. I'm at 40. Tasha is me last year. So here we go. We all got Michigan. All right. We all got Michigan. Next up, who's next up? Tampa Bay versus Atlanta. Tasha, who you got?
Who? I'm sorry. I was sending
Tampa Bay versus Atlanta. Tasha, you ordering Uber Eats?
No. My mechanic was sending me a message. I'm gonna go with. Oh shoot! I picked Atlanta to win the division. I'm about to go with Atlanta.
Atlanta swept them last year. Mike, does Tampa Bay break the streak like the Chargers did last night?
Yeah, I got Tampa Bay.
I got Atlanta only because they're playing at home. Next up, the Las Vegas Raiders versus the New England Patriots. Mike, who you got?
I got the Raiders.
Tasha?
Patriots.
I'm going Patriots as well. We have the Baltimore Ravens versus the Buffalo Bills in one I cannot wait for. I've been waiting on this game. A rematch of the divisional round last year. The last 2 MVPs head up. Tasha, you first. Buffalo or Baltimore?
Come on, you know what I'm doing. Come on, now hashtag Ravens flop.
Mike?
Yep. I got the
But
Ravens.
shouts out to my internet nephew, Keon Coleman, but he has a little groin injury. But yeah, it's Ravens flop.
I'm going Buffalo. Ladies and gentlemen, did you know that the Ravens have only won 2 of their regular season openers since 2016? Now, for Mike and Tasha, one of them was against Buffalo, so we shall see. And last but not least, the Fighting J.J. McCarthy's make their Monday night debut against Caleb Williams and the new look Bears. Tasha, who you got?
The Vikings.
Vikings.
Yep.
Mike, we need some money, bro. It's time to start saving up for that Christmas layaway. Give me your lock of the week.
I got 2 locks. I got Illinois favored 2.5 versus Duke. I'm gonna take that, and then SMU only favored by 2.5 against Baylor. I'm gonna take that one as well.
Y'all want to feel old? Chris Johnson Jr. plays for SMU.
Dang.
His daddy, CJ2K. It don't seem like he's been out the league that long, does it?
Yeah, when he retire.
Well, you know, CJ could have been down there in Florida running through him in high school, so we don't know. But Chris Johnson Jr. is the running back for SMU, and he got skills. He was slicing and dicing.
I mean, look at his daddy.
Look at his daddy. They shaped the same, too. He's number 5 for SMU. Keep your eye on him. SMU has also got
they got a big game today.
They do. Mike.
You know what? I got to go. Where's this log out button?
Mike, we going to just – Mike. That ain't no damn mechanic. Who you talking to? Mike, who you shouting out this week? We literally just did a whole segment on it.
I'm gonna shout out the lovely wife who is actually finishing up breakfast right now. She feeling this fall weather, so shout out to the wifey.
Shouts out Stacy, and a happy birthday again to Stacy. It was a great time had celebrating her birthday at the Red River.
Yeah, Cowboys Red River.
At the Cowboys Red River. Tasha, who you shouting out this week?
I want to give a shout out and some prayers to Ethan Pritchard. He is a Florida State football player. He didn't play in the game last Saturday. He was at home visiting some friends. He was dropping his mother off, and somebody opened fire. He got shot in the head.
Damn.
And he is in stable condition. So we just got to pray for him, pray for his family. His father has been, talking and telling everybody he's doing good, and that's pretty much what happened. He wasn't out doing anything he wasn't supposed to be doing. It was just some people were shooting, and he unfortunately got hit in the head. And so he's in the hospital in Tallahassee. Mike Norvell has been going, checked on him and everything. So let's just send some prayers up to that young man. Let's give our shout outs to the Firebirds and the BGA Wildcats today. That's going to be a tough battle.
It is.
You got alumni whose children play at the opposing school. But like I told Stiana and Treese, even I won't be doing the Firebird today. I'm going to root for these Wildcats because we got our 2 babies on there. We got Miles and we got Elijah.
That's true. And well said, very eloquent, and I agree with you. And that changed my pick from the pre-roll. I just want to give a shout out first to the Hasso family just for the hang last week. It's always good to hang out with them. I hadn't seen a lot of them in a long time, and ain't no party like a Hasso party. So it was good to see moms and pops. Congratulations to all of them. The sister and the cousins and all. I saw the cousin. I hadn't seen her in forever. So it was good to see them last Saturday. Shouts out to Farrah and her lovely wife, Brandy, for the hospitality on Sunday. Happy anniversary to those 2, and happy birthday again, Farrah. Thank you for the invite. We had a great time. I will see you tomorrow, Farrah, as we do Broncos versus Titans in the palatial estates of Little Elm.
I hate y'all.
We might do a live. We might do a live from out there, Mike, because I'm
second week, you and Farrah have rubbed something in my face, and I don't like it.
And rub you the right way, strong.
It ain't rubbed me the right way.
Apply with tender. Yes.
Bacon.
And shouts out to AP Coulter, who I will see here.
Go Blue.
In a couple of months. Go Blue. Tasha, get us up out of here.
Vamos Azul.
Mike.
Go Blue.
And I'm going to end with a tighten up. 1-0, baby. 1-0. We're out of here. We'll see y'all next week. Go, bro. Steve. Let's see. I just said. We're out of here, y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.